Welcome, students, viewers, learners, curious. I'm here with a video on a document, front office document called Daily Occupancy Sheet. So allow me to just zoom in so that it's visible quite clearly to all of us. All right, so this is again a format printed by our college, IHM, Patna. And the title of this document is called Daily Occupancy Sheet. The first thing we need to understand is what is occupancy. So, occupancy is from the word occupy. Occupy is when somebody is in custody of something or somebody is in control of something. So, in a hotel, when a guest is in control of a room that indicates a given space for a definite period of time. So, when that room is in the custody of a particular guest, we say that that room is occupied by that particular guest. So, I hope I could explain to you what is occupancy. And of course, after the guest vacates, after the guest departs, the room again becomes vacant until the next occupancy. So let us look at the format, the layout of this form, daily occupancy sheet. The first thing you need to notice here is the date. And as you know that it is the daily occupancy sheet. So this is prepared every day, and if required, it can be even prepared more than once on a given day due to various reasons. I'll explain those reasons a bit later. But let us first look at all the headings here. I would like to draw your attention to this central demarcation here. See this? You will notice that other lines are singles, like this line here is single, this line is single, this line is single. But this particular line here is double. So which means this document has two distinct parts. In fact, this part is duplicated on the other side as well. Let me just show it to you. As we move this side, you will notice that the same thing also exists here. So it only has 4 entries. Of course, if required, we could add columns to this. In fact, we could have one column here for serial number, but that's all right. So room number, and this could also have lines like this. And each room number could actually be printed here, so that if the room is vacant, we'll leave that row vacant, and if the room is occupied, then we'll write the guest name underneath. So let us say that the first room here is 101. Second room is 102. Third room 103, and the fourth room 104, fifth room 105. So we could also add the symbols like advanced letting chart as to whether the room is single or double or triple, quadruple, double. So we could add various symbols here, and the name of course could be written here. Names would be written here. Type of room, of course, single or double, that we would mention here. Let me use typing. So the types of room that we could actually have here. First one is single. Second one would be double. Third one would be twin. And then we would have something like suite, suite. And then we could have things like double, double. We could have triple. We could have quadruple. And so on and so forth. So type of room could be entered like this. And then finally we have this column here, remarks. So remarks I've explained in that presentation on previous two videos. One was on daily occupancy, daily arrivals and departures book, and then advanced letting chart. So all these documents contained a section called remarks. So let me tell you what this remark could actually be. So the first thing I think which we could actually enter here is whether the guest is an FIT. FIT is free independent traveler. Then whether the guest is an FFIT, that is free foreign individual traveler. So foreigners, FIT. Then we could have something like GIT. This is a group inclusive tour travel. Then we could also have something like VIP. We could have something like CIP. CIP is commercially important person. We could have something like HWC, handle with care, a guest who is fussy. Then we could also have something like physically challenged guest, could be written something like physically. I'm sure there's a term for it. I'll just think of it. Apart from this, we could also have this comp. Comp is something like complimentary. Complimentary guests are not supposed to pay the room tariff and even other charges if the hotel so wishes. Then apart from this, we would also have house guest. House guest is somebody from our company and who is staying in one of the rooms. So house guests are company guests of the same company. Then apart from this, we could have many other remarks here. Things about billing, like direct billing. Then we could also have things like, let me just go down. We could also have things like whether it is bill to company, whether it is meals and accommodation, I think voucher, what is that known as? Meals and accommodation order, MAO. Then we could also have something like passenger service order, which is issued to passengers of airlines. So multiple remarks could be entered here, and that would give the handler, including all the departments, as to what kind of guest is this. So moving on to the other side, the entries are same, so I don't think I need to explain. But I think I should also tell you that what is the use of this document. The first thing is, I think this document is a reference for all point of sale. So if any guest goes to a point of sale and says, I wish to have this, then we ask for their identification. They produce their key or key jacket. We confirm again from the occupancy sheet that is provided to us by the front office department. And only after we make sure that what the guest is telling about himself and the record that has been shared with us by front office department, they tally, they match, only then we accept the guest as genuine and allow them to place a credit order. A credit order means they will consume now but pay only later at checkout. In case the guest gives us their details and we are not able to find it in the daily occupancy sheet, then we are supposed to actually politely decline the request for credit purchase, and we'll say, sir, we could not locate your record in our documents, so we'll request you to kindly pay through a cash or credit card direct. So this is the first use of daily occupancy sheet. This also helps the front office department to, you know, route calls, send messages, uh, ask visitors who they wish to meet. So this is like a very smart and quick reference of all the in-house guests staying in the hotel at this particular point of time. Now, another thing you need to realize about in this document is uh, arrival, excuse me, arrival, departure, notification, slip. So, in case there is an unexpected checkout or unexpected arrival, or if there are arrivals and departures, and this occupancy sheet is prepared in the morning and sent to all departments. So, if there are any variations, any changes, then front office department is supposed to fill this form, that is arrival departure notification slip, and circulate to all the points of sale in the hotel, so that they can update their records and handle the guest effectively, efficiently. There should not be any confusion about a guest occupancy status. So I think that's all in this presentation. If there are any clarifications or something was like not very clear to you, any questions, any doubts, please ask through the comments of this video below. Once again, thank you very much for watching my videos, and have a lovely day. Have a wonderful day.